Hello. And no, it's not Obsidian with a B, it's Osidian. That is the brand name. I did not misspell it. I pinky swear. Cool board today, the Osidian. Yes, sir. Was watching Shangri-La Frontier and just wanted to say Pentagon is a fucking asshole. Oh, Shangri-La Frontier. Dude, it's so good. It's such a good anime. Bro. Okay. There are a few animes I was watching little things of today. Some trailers. And okay. I don't know if you guys have seen a trailer for this anime. First of all, hello. I've been watching it. I haven't started watching anything, but I really want to watch this anime called Taco P's Original Sin.
Is Manta gonna run a GB on KBeat fans?
It is, but only China, Jishi. I don't know how to access the only. I think you need a VPN or something. And also NCF. Hello. Hi everyone. 45 months from Jishi. Thank you so much. And 22
Hi,
for
Alex.
NCF.
Couldn't catch up as often nowadays, but cheers to 22 months.
Thank
kissing
you.
Face
I know, dude.
emoji. Kissing
been a
face
busy-
emoji. Kissing face emoji.
Emoji. It's been a busy, last summer, man. I swear, everyone's been having a good one, though. I hope. But yeah, this anime called Taco P's Original Sin. It looks sad as fuck, and I really want to watch
Hi,
it. I want to
Alex.
cry.
I am leaving for a trip, but just wanted to say hi and
Where you
hope
going?
you are doing well.
Thanks, man. I'm doing okay. We're just chilling today. I'm just vibing. But yeah, where are you going? But yeah, have you guys heard of Taco P's Original Sin? And has anyone watched a few of the episodes? Because I heard it is incredibly heavy. And I really want to have feelings. So just the trailer kind of got me emotional. Well, I watched more than just a trailer. I watched a synopsis of the first episode and general idea of the anime, and oh my goodness. 3-day bomber traverse backpacking trip. I'm scared. Outboard Boys did this hike. Oh, cool. I mean, I think you'll be good. Sounds like you got this, man. As long as you're pumped up. Life has been real shit lately. Had a car crash. My job is unsure. Feeling super disappointed in myself. Just happy to be here at least. Omega. Dude. I know. Sometimes we get everything all at once. You know what I mean? I think the best thing I can tell you, I know you're probably not looking for any advice right now, is just surround yourself with people who are willing to help you uplift yourself and just situations, you know what I mean? Alex, like myself, is a workaholic. Alex works nights and days. We appreciate you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Violet Evergarden got me so much in the feels. I think the anime that's made me cry the most is Violet Evergarden. And then in second place, I think the most I've sat there and weeped is Anohana. For sure, I think. I'm pretty positive. And I've seen that 4 times and I've cried the same amount every single time. And then an anime that caught me by surprise is is it A Journey to the Edge of the Universe or something like that? Or something Edge of the Universe? That anime, legitimately, I don't know why, it took me by surprise. It is absolutely crazy how sad that thing was. Marble keyboard? Not quite marble, but it's a stone keyboard. Actually, I don't want to spoil anything. We're going to take a look here in a minute. We're just chilling right now. We're just hanging out talking about anime. But there's some good ones that I want to watch. I need to catch up on anime. I think I'm done watching Marvel shows right now, and I'm going to do anime shows. That's on my bucket list right now. I need to catch up with some anime that I have been lacking in my life. Guess what I'm typing on? Tell me. Rock hard stream today? Huh? What's going on? Oh man, we need concrete today to make up for yesterday. I don't know if concrete I mean, we could use concrete. I have an idea of what we're going to use today. S2, thank you so much for using a Prime here. I appreciate it, man. Well, Severance I have to wait for my girlfriend to watch that with me. So I can't just watch that on my own. A Place Further in the Universe. Yes, that one. Dude, that one there got me. That was actually really sad. It was like a happy sad, though. That wasn't just like a make me cry for the sake of crying sad. Bob, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Always a great way to spend a Sunday with
Thank
the
you,
wonderful
dude.
Alexotos.
Drink some water. I just drop Holy Pandas in my Marble Osidian V1. Dude. You guys just want to see the board? Should I just jump right in? Saw Fantastic Four yesterday, the most cliched superhero movie of... What? Really?
Hey,
I liked
key
it. I thought it was
buddies,
good.
at Alexotos looking handsome as ever.
Hi, Ivo. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the Prime for 18 months. I liked it. I thought it was good. I liked when Silver Surfer was like, I herald... Shit, well, how'd it go? I herald his beginning, I herald your end, I herald Galactus. That was amazing. I haven't seen Superman, though. I kind of want to see Superman, but also, like, I don't really give a shit about Superman, so... I don't know. I've never given a shit about Superman. Do the voice again? I don't want to. I'm actually not a voice actor, you know that? Have y'all seen the new Wars of the Worlds? No, and I hope not to. I hope not to. Watch Weapons? Is that the bloodbending one? If it's not Henry Cavill, I don't care. Even Henry Cavill's performance as Superman, like, as much as I enjoyed it, I just don't give a shit about Superman. He's just all-powerful and has one stupid weakness, and I just don't care. Like, I don't think he faces the same type of adversity as other superheroes do. I don't like all-powerful heroes. They're kind of boring. Unless it's like a you know, like a learning your powers type thing, that's kind of cool, but I like the DC universe. But I don't like Superman. I never have. I thought Superman's always been a boring character. No Weapons spoilers? I haven't even seen it, so I want to watch it, though. My brother likes Smallville. I couldn't get into Smallville, though. Superman stuff about learning abilities? Yeah, I just don't think, maybe it hasn't been, like, movie-sized type thing. I woke up yesterday to catch stream before work, got to work, and came back and eaten another Alex stream. You either cranked on that coffee or have a jank sleep schedule. No, okay, let me explain. Yesterday, after I finished stream, I was pumped up on coffee. And I said, it was like, what, 11 something when I finished stream. I was like, let me go boot up Expedition 33, Clear Obscure. I boot that shit up, and the music is just fucking crazy. I'm pumped up to play this game. I'm like, it's like Clair Obscure. It's like amazing. It's like, I'm like feeling cinematic. Then the main character talks, and I didn't know it was Charlie Cox, who was played Daredevil, and I just watched all of Daredevil. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. No, I'm not going to Elk one. That was a one-time thing. And I played for, well, played. I watched cutscenes for about an hour and a half. Played a little bit. Then I looked at the clock and I was like, it's 1:45. And I was like, I really want to play this game right now. But honestly, I took the responsible move and just kind of, like, I don't know, I crashed, I think. So I was like, hey, let me just go to bed. Like, fuck it. So I went to bed. And then I woke up because our power went out. And the fire alarm woke me up. Because when our fire alarm resets, it fucking beeps like crazy. So I got up. And I think that fire alarm literally fixed my sleep schedule. And I feel great right now. I feel super great right now. I don't know why. Chat, don't you guys want to hear Alex sing again? No, I don't. I don't want to. It was... Honestly, the game, cinematically, is so fucking good, dude. It's so good. I'm hooked on the story, and I have not been hooked on a story in so long for a video game. I need to know what happens. I want to hear him do the Silver Surfer. I don't want to. Expedition keeps getting better and better. I mean, I haven't really dabbled with much gameplay, but I do like the characters so far. Red Dead Redemption, I got lost in a little bit too. I just stopped. I don't know why. Imagine everyone who leaves your studio goes on to make an independent Monsters 2X in a row. For which one, Rar? Best game of the decade? It's so good so far. I am, like, ecstatic. Sai and Potato, thank you guys for the Tier 1 and Prime. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Happy Sunday, everyone. But yeah, I think today, other than doing some family stuff, I'm going back to Expedition 33. I need to figure out what's going on with that game. I need to, like... I need to go play it, bro. It's... You guys were hella right. I was avoiding the game because I didn't want to get hooked, and now I'm hooked. So, you look like Gustav? I'm flattered. I'm very flattered. I keep debating on getting those Holy 60, but I can't pull the trigger. I have some thoughts about a whole bunch of Hell Effect stuff. I'm not ready to share my thoughts because I'm still finalizing them. But I didn't mind the whole E60 if you're going with Hall Effect. With MX, it was okay. I think there's better boards for MX. Thank you guys again for the subs. I really appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at this. Can I hear your thoughts? Not yet. Okay, so little backstory. This is the Osidian TKL V2. They had a V1. I was aware of the V1, never really bought it because at the time I just, it wasn't a board that I wanted to pick up. But I think now like my tastes have changed and I look at boards like this and I'm like, well, these are really cool. Like I like the amount of effort that goes into these. So the Osidian, which is sitting right over here, I have to pick it up and show you guys. For anyone who's interested, I have a list of like what's changed from the V1. So with the V1, it's a new top plate, which it was really cool. I actually got to speak to the people behind Osidian or the person behind Osidian or the team and listen to some changes and just feedback they had around their own project. So it is a really cool revamp of their original project, which if you guys want to see their original stuff, let me pull it up really quick. Let me pull it up and show you guys. Window capture, Obsidian, or Osidian. This is the OG project. Okay, so they've redone the top. It's now magnetic, which is really cool. And they've done some other like little minor things, which I feel like might be pointless. It's just like changing radiuses of things, stuff like that. New USB-C port, which I think was really important for the way they're doing this board here, which I'll show you guys. Silicone isolation system, and then upgraded materials, stuff like that. So the big thing is how this board gets opened, because I believe in the OG one, it was kind of like a piece of tape that kind of had it enclosed. So, wait, Expedition 33 is the proof that what's ruining the industry nowadays, there's not just lazy developers, it's all the white-collar bastards in the sky giving orders and doing the shit they do. I just think they did okay, I don't need to go off on a tangent here.
27 months and counting.
Thank
Less
you,
than
Cass.
3.
I think the thing with Claire Obscura that I'm already noticing, Expedition 33, is it doesn't feel like a modern game. It feels like a callback into a game that really takes the story seriously and then makes, like, even the bits of gameplay that I got to play, like, it was fun. It doesn't feel like the competitive edginess that you have to have now, or pushing some sort of, like, I don't know, corporate bullshit down my throat. It doesn't feel like, okay, here's a safe story. I like that the story's kind of heavy right off the bat. And it leaves a bit of a mystery. So, because, okay, my problem with a lot of games that are story-driven, not every game, but a lot of them, is you get a story-driven game that's kind of an afterthought because it's going to push the multiplayer aspect of the game. And this doesn't really feel like that. And I think that's what I'm liking so much. I mean, that's why I liked Elden Ring. So, we're talking about Expedition 33. Sorry. Someone brought it up and I wanted to bring it. Anyways, let's go back to the board for a second. Off topic. I have a lot of energy right now. Alex is allowed to show the pics I sent from the V1. Oh, I can show those off here in a bit. Actually, let me see. Can I pull it up now? Did you send me it, KB? I don't see any messages. I'll look in a bit. This board's so cool. Yeah, okay, let me just show you guys the updated version now. The one we're building today. To be honest, I don't know the price of this one. I would assume it's going to be in the same realm of pricing as the old one, which was about 400 USD. Probably 400 plus. It makes sense for what this is. Here's the new one. Crumpled, thank you so much for the tier 1. I did cut the tape open already, but there was tape on this. So, here is the new one. You can already see. This is, I cannot remember how to pronounce this, Lemurian Blue Labradite. So let's just open this up. Dude. There's a lot to like about this, and I don't think we get to see stuff like this every day. You know what I mean? Like, we don't. And I hope this sounds really good. Because we don't get to see stuff like this every day, and it's such a cool concept. And like I said, I got to speak to one of the designers of this board, or the designer of this board, and they legitimately have so much passion that they've put into this project. It's refreshing to see that. Like, it really is cool to see someone get excited about something they're making, you know what I mean? So let's just take this off because this is magnetic here. It's really, really refreshing. And you can see the changes that have gone into this. Like, they have this whole frame system that sits inside this stone. The USB-C port is this little piece of aluminum. That way there you don't have to crack or do anything with the stone here. It's so cool. You don't get to see something like this. And this is a Canadian project as well, so that is special to me. But, like, look at this thing. Like, I'm going to be honest, when they were telling me about all these changes, I kind of internally went, this is going to be hard to pull off. When I got handed the board the other day and I opened this up very briefly to take a look at it, just make sure everything was okay when I brought it from the postal office home, I was shocked. I didn't want to explore the internals that much, but my God, is this thing pretty. Like, it is such a gorgeous piece. And I feel like this is one of those boards that is able to captivate you, and it looks like it's well done in terms of how the isolation and stuff will be as well. Is there room for improvement? I don't know. We'll see. But really cool. Really, really cool. It does have some of the bigger bubble feet on the bottom over here, which makes sense because you don't want to have too big of a slab of things and make this overly complicated and heavy. You can slightly see through the bottom, I guess. Can you see my hand? Ever so slightly, which is kind of cool. I mean, yeah, these are replaceable feet. You can probably just peel these off. It might have some glue residue, but like, look at this. And what's crazy about this too is this doesn't just feel like another keyboard. This feels like a labor of love, and someone put a lot of effort into refining their first project. Which, again, you guys can see the first project, and I got to see a lot of the first project even via like video and some of the other stuff. This is a huge step up. Being able to have like a magnet enclosure on a stone keyboard is absolutely nuts. It's a wild project. So really, really kudos to them. Hats off. I think this is really cool. I'm hoping this sounds good. I might have a little bit of suggestions going through this, but for the most part, we're just going to see how this sounds, and then we can go through some criticism. This is going to utilize the Bastion PCB as well, which I thought was awesome. So you won't have to worry about having some sort of like weird proprietary PCB. I like that. I like the fact that this is using a PCB that's already in the wild that you can just buy and pick up and then drop into here. So, and now as far as I'm aware, I think you shouldn't have to buy the PCB separately in this case. I don't think you would, but if you do, these are available on Canon keys, so. Does it only come in that stone? No, it'll actually come in labradorite. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to show you guys this because I can't pronounce half of these. Labradorite. Oh, shit. I'm not showing you guys right. Narrow. Fuck me, dude. I can't read these. You guys can read these. Carrera white, black, and blue labradorite. Yes, they have more information on their website, so you can take a look. It's releasing this August. The first one fulfilled, and from what I understand, a lot of people were really, really, really happy with it. So, really cool project. Really, really cool project. Actually, I think someone in KB, I think in this chat, literally has a V1 project, so. Bro's trying to speak silver surface. Hey, you know what, man? It's like the dog, Labradorite, whatever. It's a stone. I'm trying my best here, guys. All right, well, so right away, interesting. I like what they did with this top frame. The magnets are super strong too. This is really cool. Even some screw points over here, which I think is fantastic to screw in the daughter board. It's crazy that we get a stone board with metal inserts versus some plastic boards that we don't get with those. Absolutely lovely. I love how they have an internal frame made of aluminum here. This is such a cool project. Here's the side profile in case you guys are interested. Again, it's a piece of stone. It is absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. It's so unique, man. Like, I had an idea of what keycap set I wanted to put, but after I got to see this in person, I don't even know. But I still think maybe a blue keycap set would really make this board look super special. I have this scale. I'll weigh it once. Do you guys want to know once I'm done? What's the best looking 65 you can actually purchase right now? Like what's available on the market? I mean, I like Mode's stuff. Mode's is pretty nice. Well, you can't buy the Manta right now. It's a group buy. I think they mean in stock. So for the plate, we have mounting points primarily located on the top and bottom that are symmetrical. What I would have done is I would have taken off this mounting point, which can still be done because these are silicone socks. Now I'm just hoping that these won't rattle inside here as we take them off. So that's the one positive thing about silicone socks is you don't have to commit to them. You can just take them off. You know what I mean? That's the positive thing here. ISO support does not look like it's done on the plate, but does the Bastion offer this? Actually, I don't even know. I guess, you know what else I'm curious about the Bastion PCB? Not that I did much research on the Bastion PCB itself, but does Canon Keys offer this in a solderable version? Because the hot swap version is pretty diverse, but you don't get everything on the hot swap. But you do get enough. You do get quite a bit on this. Are the corners adequately rounded? Yes. Here, I will show you guys. Look at that. Oh. They are not sharp at all. Everything's nicely rounded. Very cool, very pretty. And just so you guys know too, I'm not keeping this. We're just taking a look. I legitimately think this is such a beautiful project. But technically this stream is sponsored. So we're taking a look at this. I'm going to give you guys my honest feedback. And honest feedback because I want this project to succeed. I think this project is fucking gorgeous. Alright. Now, I'm curious about the Bastion PCB. Does the Bastion come in a solder version as well? Yes. I mean, Blaze, I would say if you drop this, it probably will break. So, yes. I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be more of a delicate project. It said fragile right on the box. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be a project for someone who is maybe prone to dropping things. Who knows? Maybe it could damage other things. Oh, this does come in solder. So if you do get a solder version, it does have ISO support. It looks like it anyways. Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah, so, okay. Number one suggestion, which I'm sure this team will do, is open this plate file up and maybe make an ISO plate for people who want ISO. That would be really cool. Because if it's using the Bastion PCB anyways, why not, you know? Why not? And I guess one more little suggestion here. One tiny suggestion that I'm not sure is an issue right now, but I'm curious if it will be. Maybe what I'd suggest is silicone points on the top frame, or even just like a little sticker. But again, I think the magnets this might be a different case because it's magnets, just so it doesn't slam down and feel very violent. Because that's kind of usually the thing I get when I have magnetic enclosures, is it feels very violent as you close something. And this is a very delicate, almost luxurious, well, all keyboards are luxurious, but this is a bit more delicate, this. And I think it would sound really nice not having it slam down with the magnets. So maybe just something to help cushion that. Damn though, right? This is pretty. This is indeed very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put the plate down to the side here, and let's start. It's very strong, KB. I don't think you can still lift it by the top frame. I mean, I can see. We'll just do it very carefully here. I mean, yeah, you can kind of lift this by the top frame and not have to really worry about it. That's impressive. Here, I'll show you guys from the side. Impressive. I still wouldn't pick this up by that and then just throw it. I still wouldn't do that. I would still grab it from the sides. They also included little spots on the side over here, which I will show you. There is little grooves on the side of the top here. So instead of having to yoink it from here, you can lift it nicely from the side, which was also a nice touch. I do like that as well. I think that makes it very simple to kind of just grab your frame and lift it up. But all right, I will flip this over so you guys can see some more of this. And shall we start just assembling our stuff here? I'm gonna get some stabilizers. We're gonna use cherry clip-ins because clip-ins are the best. Wait, do I have cherry clip-ins? I do. Are these it? Yes. Man, I'm so down to get this. It's nice. Alex, the white one would look insane with the Rainbow Six set. It would. I think GNK's metallic sets would look really sweet with this. I agree. Oh gosh.
Me. I would like to buy a piano. Yamaha. Okay. Me. I'd also like to buy a motorcycle. Lol, do you know where I can find the good one? Yamaha. You're not gonna believe this. It's 7 AM somewhere and I finished a beer and I immediately want another one cause once I start drinking I find it very difficult to stop. Do you think there is a term for this? If not, I'm thinking gentleman's ambition. Perchance.
Interesting way to put that. Interesting. Very interesting way to put that. Also, hi Zany, how you doing? That stare saw right through my soul. Let me get my clippers. Very, very interesting. But yeah, other than that, day's going pretty good. Can't complain. Hope everyone else is having a good day. QK Hex 80. I have no clue. I have no clue if I'm getting to look at that board or not. Oh, by the way, side note for everyone. Next big giveaway will be September 14th. Honestly, I know last giveaway was a lot of keyboards. I'm gonna do more maybe. I might even do way more for September. We'll see. We'll see what gets done. I'm gonna do standard TKL layout with a 7U here. This does support 7U on the plate, right? It does. Okay, we're good. Alex, the F1 8X V2 or the Osidian TKL V2? Well, let me build this first, Sushi. Before I start throwing out recommendations, let me build this and see how we like it. Let's see. It hasn't released yet. And I think you might be looking at the V1, which is the older version, meta. Alex still has more keyboards to give away. I have a lot. There's a lot of keyboards. I don't really keep a lot of the okay, if I get to keep a prototype, it gets given away. Like 95%, like I've always said this, about 90 to 95% of what I get gets given away to you guys. And I even build them all for you guys. I have no reason to hoard stuff. I don't like hoarding things. I'm not really I'm not a person that likes to consume a shit ton just to keep them in a closet. Outside of my work area, I actually don't have a lot. If I buy something and it's meant to replace another thing, I get rid of or give away the other thing. That is how I operate. This reminds me of that very expensive board. It was metal and very flat and had these two round feet that made it look like a frog. Oh, I still have that board somewhere in my collection, mainly because I don't know what to do with it. It doesn't sound very flattering, so I don't feel like giving it away because it's... I mean, like, do you guys want me to give that away? I don't mind. But it's not a great sounding board. I don't remember what it was called, actually, Banana. It just sounds kind of meh. He doesn't even have his bent desk and a whiteboard? Well, okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. You can't say that. That is really not fair. Can I call it John? Okay, I'm down. Sure, why not? All right, shall we get to lubing? I think I have to open up my new lube pen. Yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, fuck it. I think the old one's run out. Now we all have to refer it to Alex as John, huh? Hi, John. Can we say... Pardonnez-moi? What's going on? Oh, here, I'm looking at KB's thing right... Oh, dude, KB, this looks great, dude. That looks really good. I'm hoping to see how this one here looks in comparison then. I'll show chat afterwards, KB. Do you know anything about Monike? I mean, not really, Flash, but I mean, I think I saw this coming. They didn't have a great release with the KV2. It was just riddled with bad feedback. And then, what else? I think Monike just also tried to push this like pre-built agenda that they had, and it clearly didn't work. I mean, they didn't make it cheap enough, right? Like it was kind of this like weird in between where they tried making something aesthetic and then it just didn't work. So yeah, I mean, I saw this coming. They're going out of business. They should have just kind of, I know this is sucky to say, but like, if they wanted to go outside of their niche, they needed to consult with people outside their niche. You know? I don't think they took the right path, in my humble opinion. I think the team was really psyched for what they had and what they were creating. But unfortunately, not everything in life works out. And I hope them the best at the end, you know? That's it. Oh my god, so much plastic on this. Get out of here. Trash. The boxes, not this. On Friday, I bought a secondhand Burgundy Neo 65 CU with some Key Geek switches. Okay, this takes a while to get warmed up here. Can't wait, my Neo family is growing? Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. We love a growing family. We love it. Should I go to my local meetup? Go for it! Wait, sorry, my thing keeps going down here. I get social anxiety? As someone who sort of had social anxiety at one point, like, I was just extremely shy. The one thing that helped me was just... Okay, I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. Do I like the loop pen? Yes, I love the loop pens. The loop pens are great, but when you get a new one, you have to kind of like keep twisting it until lube comes out, so it takes a little while to do this. But yeah, I think as someone who had it, the one way I got over it was just like realizing I am not that important. Like, realizing that if I go somewhere, all eyes are not on me, because I am not the main character. That is how I really got over it, because at one point I thought, oh my god, everyone's looking at me, I'm going to make a mistake, everyone's going to remember a small fuck up I'm going to do. No one gives a fuck. That's how I got over all that stuff. I just had to hit myself with the, damn, I'm not the MC, bro. I am not the MC. You're the main character in your own life, but not everyone else's. That is the truth. There we go. Now the loop's coming out. Sad I have a KV2 and it's gorgeous, but also has a ton of problems. I don't know anything about the Nemu 65. Did I ever look at that board? I'm the main character. Don't you hear the voices? Wait, don't you hear the voiceover in my head? Oh, the voiceover in my voice? Wait, what? Don't you hear the voiceover in my voice? You have a voiceover in your voice? You're a famous streamer. My anxiety comes from a different place. If it comes from a different place, Rar. But before I started streaming is when I had my anxiety of people. Streaming, actually, I already came into streaming not having anxiety. That was after I got over it. My anxiety was just I didn't really have a lot of friends because people betrayed me. And it came from a different place as well. But it mostly came down to like not trusting people and stuff like that. Everyone's different though, man. At the end of the day, too, Rar, if it's any consolation, I will tell you that keyboard people in meetups are pretty nice. So there's nothing to fear. I too bought a Neo 65 CU and an Agar Mini. Ooh. It was tough deciding between the 60 and 65. Now the Manta is calling my name. I promised to not buy any keyboards until I sell some. I just sold 3, so let's go, dude. More keyboards. Where'd I get the desk mat? This was given to me by a friend. This one here is from Grove Made. I do not recommend buying it though. It slides around and honestly, it's too expensive for what it is. There are wool desk pads you can buy that cost less and have better non-slipness to it. This slides around everywhere and it drives me up the walls. I just like this particular color, which they don't even sell anymore, which is annoying. I actually have a gray one, which is over here, but I'm using it for pictures. The gray one I got off Amazon and it was $20. Easy. Alex, get some cork and stick it to the back. Yeah, but then it's gonna make it too thick. Little too thick. Stick your cork to my back. Hi Alex, how you doing today? Philip, I'm doing good. I can't complain. I had a bagel for lunch. I'm not that hungry today. The bagel was perfect. I'm having my second coffee, but also... Oh wait, no, I already had my second coffee. I'm drinking water right now. Played a little bit of Expedition 33 last night. Got hooked. Now I want to play more, but I can't because I have to work. You know, gamer problems. I'm so happy you like it. Honestly, so happy I started it. I didn't know it was on Game Pass. I didn't realize. Manoli told me. And then when I found out it was on Game Pass, I just said, fuck it, let's go play. Let's go play, you know? Just got my Agar 60. The mounting points is interesting. I don't know how you feel about it. I like the Agar. I built it with MX and the EC one, and I think both sounded really good. He's hooked. It'll make you feel things. I'm excited, man. I'm in that mood where I want nice storytelling. M11P? Yes. With a 50 mil on it. But I'm debating selling another lens so I can get a nice 35. I already have a 35 mil that I really like, but I want it to be silver because I'm picky. So yeah, I just don't like you can pull it off the PCB, that is for the agar. Wait, what do you mean? I just don't like that I can just pull it out. Oh, I mean, I think that's pretty standard with those type of boards. Even with like O-ring boards, you can just yoink those out. No, I don't want an FLE. I want I either want a silver Summicron. I like the Summicron, so I either want to just trade my black one for a silver one, or I want to get a steel rim, just because I like the way those look. And I actually have used one, and I thought they were really nice. But the steel rim seems like an extra purchase for a very small difference in what I like shooting with normally. So it's not like I'm not dying to get it. I just want to change mine for a silver. That's it. Do you shoot too? I'm going back and forth between true HHKB layout boards. The Vero's nice. I don't know. Both of those are great choices. I have no solid advice to give you here. None at all. The Vero's good. Same with the Cloudline. The designers behind all these boards are fantastic, so I think you're in a good spot no matter what you do. How is the reissue steel rim? That's the one I was probably going to get if I decide to trade my Summicron and one of my other lenses. That epoxy case. No, it is stone. Let me show you guys one more time. This is a stone case. Beautiful, right? Holy crap, yeah. It is absolutely stunning. It is a completely stunning project. If you guys want my full thoughts on the project, I would definitely recommend just like rewinding this a bit and hearing me. I thought it was really, it's such a gorgeous thing. It is freaking beautiful. Yeah, every piece will look different too. So that's the other really, really fun stuff about stuff like this, you know? This is a cherry wire, so this I gotta balance a little bit. There we go. Building a Salvation right now. Ooh, you're gonna like it paired with Milky Yellows. What plate are you using? Can you please tell me what plate option is best for my Radiance TKL? What mounting style is that again? For plate preferences, typically it matters a little bit what mounting style you go for. And I can't really remember what mounting style that one there is. Have you ever been to Labrador? Seems like an interesting place geographically. No. I've only been to a few places in Canada. Off topic and maybe a bit too much of a personal note here. I have not traveled much in my life. I'm a bit of a workaholic, so I tend to get absorbed in work, and I want to travel. I want to start doing those things, but I think I want to get to a point where, like, you know, maybe this is the wrong way to go about it. But I think this is like my thought process, which is I'd like to get to a point where like everything else in my life feels very stable. And I'm not saying things aren't stable now, but like, you know, I'm at a point where I'm just like, I really would want to like put my head down and work as hard as I can, and then I'll travel later on. And I don't mean within like 15 years. I mean, give me like, you know, a few years and a few more years of just working as hard as I possibly can to save up more money and stuff like that. But like as of right now, if I take a trip, like that's a huge hit, in a lot of different senses, you know. But yeah, I'd like to travel more around Canada. Newfoundland looks really cool to travel to. I want to do more stuff in BC. So, you know, let me take advantage of, like, my thought process is let me just take advantage of my youth, I guess. He said it the wrong way. Do you guys say Newfoundland? I thought that's the wrong way. Isn't it Newfoundland? Oh my god. How do you pronounce it? Growing up, bro, that's what they taught us, okay? That's the teachers told me that, alright? Come to Berta and hit up the Rockies? Yeah, that too. I would love to do that. That'd be really fun too. They taught you wrong. Damn, bro. I'm just an idiot. Newfoundland? That's what I'm saying, bro. Toronto District School Board education moment. Hey guys, I graduated with pretty high marks, alright? No Funland. There's an episode of Severance filmed in location in Newfoundland, and it had a haunting beauty to it. I've seen photos. It's gorgeous. Top mount for my Radiance? I would go plastic plate, by the way. Feels like hearing Santa isn't real for the first time. He isn't? From one of the top business schools in Canada? No, Anik gave me my my diploma. He said, "Here you go." I just had to give him a few $1,000s. He said, "I'm fully educated now." He said, "Yeah, there you go. Come to Malaysia. It doesn't rain as much." I thought Malaysia rained a lot. Dude, there's a bunch of countries I would love to visit and just bring my camera around and take photos. I have just literally, like I said, been head down working, and I've not done anything. The only thing I've really done is I went to Banff a few years ago, and that's it. That was fun. We went for a week. And I'm gonna be real, I was too stressed about taking time off of work. If Santa doesn't exist, then how do you explain flying reindeer? Checkmate? Bro, honest. Should we do foam in this? I'm actually not sure how this will sound at all. I'm kind of curious with no foam. But what do you guys think? I plan on using my fully modded Gatoron deepings. Oh, deepings are nice. One of Gatoron's nicer switches. Scotland, and your camera will love it. Dude, I have seen photos of Scotland, Zan. Stunning. Yeah, that's on my to-do list. I just really want to do a bunch of traveling, but honestly, just don't know when I'm going to do it. Life's weird that way, you know? Oh, I think this is out of lube. Might need to get a new one here. Yeah, okay. One sec. Let me get some more 205. Great zoom lens for streaming that won't break the bank. What kind of streaming? Ooh. Honestly, man, I just use kit lenses. All you guys see on my stream is kit lenses. I have no need for fancy lenses on my stream. It's kind of a lot of money to buy fancy zoom lenses. Maybe a little too much money. Good morning, Toast. How you doing? The new Sigma 17-40 1.8 though? Yeah, but like, okay. Just for an example, if I have this even at its most shallow, which is like 3.5, it's too shallow for stream. Because like the goal of doing keyboard streaming, for example, is if that's your goal, is you don't want things to be like too, like you want to show off everything in detail. So I typically run my lens minimum at like 5.5 or 5.6, like plus. This one here is at 4 because it's a top down, so it doesn't really need that much. It's a flatter plane. But yeah, like that. So for that purpose, like, do I need to buy a wide open lens that's big, heavy, and clunky? Not really. That's kind of my philosophy, like when you're doing keyboard streaming, but you can also have a different vision. You might be a bit more creative, or maybe you want a bit more of like an artsy look. But for me, no real need. No real need. Oops. All right, so I have a few different options for switches. I was thinking about doing, let me just make sure these are the right switches, because I have them labeled this, but I was thinking about doing the SW Cocoa Blacks. Yeah, these are it. If you guys are down, we could do those, or we could do HMX lattes, but I was thinking Cocoa Blacks for this. Still miss your GOG 7V? Can you bring it back? It's fully unbuilt. Actually, the switches I have in that build are old RAID switches, which are all broken. Cocoa Blacks? I think these would be really fun for this. Let's do it. I did put a little bit of hand lube on this, not a lot. They were already decent. This is a JWK switch, which is kind of like rare for me to like, but I have used these and I did like them. That sounds really, that sounds cool. Should be interesting. Yeah, they're JWK switches without issues, which is nice. Like, that's exactly what we want, so. A little scratchy too, which is cool. Yeah, okay, so I'm with you guys. I don't love the gasket. I've already talked about the gasket points underneath the spacebar, but there are silicone, so you can just take them off, and it looks like these are thin enough to not cause any interference with the board. So technically, it should feel as if it's invisible. But I do feel like the mounting points outside of this, like if this was just removed, they're fine mounting points. I actually have no quarrels with all the other mounting points. But yeah, I do think this one here is a bit awkward to have. I plan on just taking off the mounting points on this anyways, but the board is extremely easy to open and close, so we can do some experimenting here. I'll do step caps lock. God, what a pretty looking keyboard. I'm gonna move some stuff over too. I still have all my books and stuff because I was writing some stuff down last night. And what a pretty looking man. Dane, what's up, dude? Alright. So this is a hot swap PCB that we're using today, so some of the switches will be up like north and south facing. If you go with a solder PCB though, it should be different. Aluminum, as far as I know. Or is this steel or aluminum? I'm pretty sure this is aluminum. I will double check though. Let me ask the team. Could be stainless. It could also be stainless steel. It kind of looks like it's steel, but could also be steel. Are we going for a really deep build? I wouldn't say deep. Good to see a keyboard community thriving up there. Yeah, this is a Canadian brand, so that's really cool. You should stream Expedition 33. Damn, everyone wants to see me play it. Guys, I'm telling you, I don't have a good way to stream that game, though. It is aluminum. It's made to look a little bit like steel. But this is alu, apparently. Which I kind of like. I like it a little bit more than steel. They just confirmed. You guys also, I won't have a camera if I stream the game. You guys know that, right? It's just going to be a terrible, just like, microphone with just the game. And I can set up chat window. And I also I can't read chat because I don't have a second monitor. I'm sure I can just set up a second monitor though. I have an extra monitor. If you guys really want me to, maybe. We'll see. Do you have any advice on which switches to get for a Neo Ergo? I think the Ergo sounded really good with long pull switches. Good old long pull. Man, I'm trying to play Battlefield 6. Are you guys enjoying it so far? Apparently, it's like the new hotness. I think I might pass on the whole Battlefield thing. If I'm being real, I think I'm burnt out on games like that. That's all I ever play. So, I think I need a break, and I think I need to go with something a bit more story-driven and a bit more relaxed instead of constant combat and stuff. So, for me, personally, I'm going to take a little breather. But I've been seeing everyone say Battlefield's back, baby. Which is cool for everyone who likes Battlefield. New game hype? Yeah. I really want to play Death Stranding too, but I don't want to buy a PlayStation. And I also feel like people told me that it's going to come to PC rather quickly, so... what's the current build on the Manta? Cherry MX aluminum. This is the copper base, which I don't like for this particular build. Although it sounds really good still, I prefer the aluminum base. Isn't Doki Doki Literature Club kind of dark, if memory serves? Mafia? I couldn't get into the other Mafia games. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I just need to broaden my horizon a little bit with games. Death Stranding 2 looks so good that made me almost buy a PlayStation 5. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I honestly thought the same thing. I was like, bro, should I get one just for this game? But Dan, I'm glad you didn't, bro, because it's a big purchase. It is kind of a big purchase just to play one game, dude. So, kinda glad didn't go down that route. Group, I taught you one thing? For real, dude. No FOMO purchases. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Apparently, it'll come to PC rather quickly, so I'll be patient. I'm not in a rush to play it. Honestly, I'm glad I got a PS5 because I like to play my story games on the TV. You know, okay, little side story. We were talking about this morning. Well, okay, we talked about this a while ago, but this morning my girlfriend also made another comment where she's like, maybe we should, like, she likes Minecraft, but I think she also wants to play couch games. Like, she wants to be on the couch playing a game, especially something cozy like Minecraft, which makes sense. So we were considering getting it for the Nintendo Switch for her, but yeah, I'm kind of in that boat now too, where I'm like, I'm kind of enjoying not being in front of the computer as much. And I kind of like cozy couch games. But now I got Expedition 33, so that's out the window for me. I'm not going to buy a Switch 2. I say this with all due respect. Fuck Nintendo. I think they're really annoying with how they do things and how they operate their businesses. All due respect. So, all due respect. So, yeah, I'm not buying it. Fuck that shit. I'll wait. I'll wait till it goes on sale one day, which will be never, because it's Nintendo and they don't believe in sales and, you know, they don't believe in their old stuff being cheap. They'll just forever label all their games for $80 Canadian. There goes the Nintendo sponsorship. I don't think Nintendo sponsors anyone but themselves. Let's keep it a fucking buck here, dude. They ain't sponsoring shit. And then you asked, what about a face cam for under $400? Get yourself a nifty... Actually, no, not a 50. Depending on the length, like the distance, I would say for a face camera, yes, you can definitely go with something more shallow with a wider aperture there. But you don't have to break the bank. You can just get like a little 35, 1.4, or 2.0. This is a 1.4 lens, or 1.2 lens, I think. And this actually sits at 2.0 because 1.4 and 1.2 were too shallow. So a 2.0. Again, you don't have to break the bank. I haven't tried the Neo 65 core yet, but I do have it in stock. Or not in stock. I do have it with me in my stock of stuff, I should say. But yes, I do have it here. I just need to build it. All right. Let's flip this over. God, this is so pretty. I hope the sound is like very unique on this too. I'm going to take off this one gasket here. Oh, attaboy, I'm getting ahead of myself. It is such a sexy board. I'm not okay. Dude, hold on, pause for 1 sec. We need to talk about something. We went to the store the other day, like last week. Brother, it is August and I see stuff for Halloween already. What life am I living right now? Since when is it okay to put Halloween stuff in August? Who's doing that? I've never remembered Halloween stuff this fucking early. But yeah, it's like every store now has like... Did you know? What am I heard Disney Halloween adverts on the radio in July. Like, breathe, brother. You know, like, just chill. Everyone needs to chill with shoving stuff down my throat when it comes to buying shit. It's already August 10th? Yeah. Kind of is already August. This is using a Molex connector, which I am not the biggest fan of, but I do like the fact that the parts are readily available, so there's that. I do wish this was a regular schmegular connector, but I won't get upset. I will just mention it and let you guys make your own decisions here. Negatives and positives of the Molex, they're really easy to assemble, and then if you accidentally forget to take this, take this off, it won't completely destroy your keyboard. Only negative side, it isn't even so much that these are rated for like, what, 10 uses. It's actually the plastic wall. Here, let me show you guys. The plastic wall around here, where it gets secured, actually breaks rather easily. And then just gets worn down. And then the whole Molex connector just doesn't... Like, the Easy Mate stuff doesn't actually, like, stay nicely firm in place, which means you don't get a connection. So, sometimes that does happen with these. You just have to be extremely careful as you put these in and out. So... Does it go this way? Yes, it does. Wow, that actually is so cool that they got this to... literally just sit in the stone like that. That is so fucking wild. I love this. The jazz is so smooth today. I'm kind of vibing it. It's like, it kind of just makes the stream feel a little nicer, huh? It's actually the cable side that is the end that wears out. It's the plastic housing for it that locks in place. In my experience, I've never had the metal parts wear out. It's just the plastic part. And then it doesn't sit. Like, it just falls out immediately, so. Hi, Kite. How you doing? Is this the right bit? Let's see. Wrong bit. God, dude, I gotta say, I keep staring at this. Like, I catch a glimpse of this, and I'm like, God, this is freaking pretty, dude. This is so unique looking. Okay, we're not going to over tighten this, which, even though I know this is done with a insert, I'm still going to be careful. No over tightening anything. This is the only 2 screws in this entire keyboard, which is cool. Very, very fun that they did that. What material is the board? So it's stone and aluminum. Where is this thing? Here it is. Does it go this way? Okay, hold on. Let me just readjust this cable here. Not gonna lie, I wish Halloween garnered the same vigor as Christmas. I feel like it does, depending on where you are. And And that just nicely slots in. Although I feel like, is this one here upside down or something? For whatever reason, I feel like this one... I don't know what's going on with this one here. Let me just try flipping it. Oh, is this bent a little bit? No, it's good. I don't know why it's not sitting as nicely as the other ones. Everything else seems nice except for this 1 foot over here. Unsure why that is. No, that's done right. Let's flip it around again. Should be fine though. It still looks all flush metal wise. It's just the gasket that looks a little bit puffed up there. All right, let's see. So that just slides in. This is extremely easy assembly. Like, that's crazy. Ooh, look how that light is just being hit there. That is... Oh my god, that is so pretty, dude. That is so pretty. Actually, okay, so that one little piece of silicone is causing the plate to not sit, or I guess the top to not sit 100% there. So let me just investigate. I wonder, let me just swap both of these. I wonder if it's just the way that this is not... Oh, you know what? Maybe I do see the problem. Let me take this out for a second. Oh, fuck it, let's do it like this. Maybe it got a little bent in transit. No, it's still sitting a little funky there. Okay, well, let's just keep it, seat it like that. In transit, sure. I didn't do it, please. Don't blame me, Blaze. Okay. So here is the board without switches so far. What a piece of artwork this is, man. Holy shit. I wish I can even just like look at the fuck, like my angle that I'm seeing right now. Okay, you can kind of see it, like the blue just popping out. No, I don't think this... Actually, I have to double check now. Did it have underfiring LEDs? That would be interesting, huh? To see how that works. There it is. Look at that blue pop right through. Look at that. That's so unique, dude. Wow. There it is. Look at that right there. Look at that one little slice. Holy shit, that is cool. Yeah, so every key would have its own kind of pattern. You know what would have been really cool too? Little idea for the team is maybe bring some of the material, although I don't know how feasible it is, bring some of the material into this little badge on the top. It's cool as is with the silver. I think it's very neutral with the silver. But if we were to bring some of that material into this badge, that would also, I think, work very well. And kind of just bring that cool material that's literally sitting all around the edge of the keyboard here. Which again, looks phenomenal. Into this spot here. I don't know how realistic that is. I'm just kind of speaking out of my ass, 'cause I don't know if this is too small of an area for this. I don't know the amount. What is this board? This is the Osidian TKL V2. Very pretty. Now, keycap wise, I don't know what to do. I feel like everything I'm gonna use would be too loud. But who knows? I don't know what I want here. This is so pretty that I feel like Boneyard might actually be a decent choice. It's kind of neutral. Yeah, I have the thing right here. I purposely found it for today because I knew people were going to ask me for it, so we can figure out. Here, I'll do it without keycaps for now, too, just so you guys can see. I knew people would ask me today. I guess I'll just do pounds. 4 pounds. 7-9 ounces, whatever this is. I don't know. I don't do pounds. I know kilograms. 2.04 kilos. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's not super heavy, no. All right. Let me go find some keycaps. Maybe Striker? Would Striker look cool? Or is Striker too much for this? Tribal could be neat too. Not Striker. I don't think too colorful might be a not great way to do here. Cadet? Lazarite? I don't have Lazarite, but that is an excellent choice. I just don't have it. I mean, what if we just do neutral like Boneyard? We could also do Miklon. Miklon could also work for this too. I feel like it has some color to it. No. Here, we'll put it to a vote. Poll. Caps. Miklon or Boneyard. Yeah, Rupert, I agree. Lazarite would have been really cool. Can we pick SD Cool? What do you mean, Rupert? Sorry. Miklon, it's fresher? Miklon would work really well, I feel, with this too. I feel like it would be an excellent choice. Boneyard? You guys haven't heard of that set? Why is that an option? Because it's an excellent keycap set. What do you mean? Oops. Excellent keycap set. I know what board it's on, I just need to find where it is. Oh, literally on my display. It's on my Keepskeep board. That'll look cool on it, I think so. Wait, did I just pull out Tribal by accident? Oh no, this is Tribal. My bad. Where is Miklon then? Miklon. Actually, you guys want Tribal instead? I have Tribal right here. Miklon or Tribal? The pulse is Miklon? Alright, let me go find Miklon. They both would work. I don't think there's a wrong answer. New poll? Okay, one more poll. New round. Top of my head stream. Caps. Tribal. Miklon. 1 minute. Boneyard needed more votes. Poor Boneyard. What's winning? Miklon versus Tribal. Looks like Miklon is winning. Now, the question is, what board did I have Miklon on? I thought it was that one just because similar color schemes, but let's see. Is it still Miklon winning? Let's see. What board did I use it last on? I don't even remember. Modern Material is giving me a Boneyard right now. Huh? What's happening? Anyone remember what set I had mixed, or where I had mixed one? Unless it's in here. Oh, never mind. It's not anything. It's literally right here. It's in the box. That makes sense. Just very shittily put in the box. All right. This is gonna be fun. Actually, you know what else would work really well with this is fabric. I think fabric would be an excellent pairing on this too. But, you know what? We're sticking with this. Now that's a real GMK set. I think anything would work well on this, actually. It's like a decent neutral kind of color, you know? Yeah, the only thing I'm going to suggest to fix up maybe is, again, you know what I think would really help to the Osidian team is just adding those like layers of silicone or tape, just a very thin layer to the point where it won't affect the magnet. That way there, you can have a little bit of a tolerance, because I mean, stone's not, it's a bit of an imperfect process, but I do think that would be a good idea. No, it's not the table, it's... Or not the cable. I thought you said table. I was like, come on, bro. It's, the cable's too small. It's just something... Yeah, the cable's way too small for this to be affecting anything. I think it's either the plate might be a bit warped, or maybe this is imperfect, but there's just a little piece pushing up over here that doesn't seem to be in anything else, so... PTSD? Honest to God, dude. Honest to God. I meant the table? Oh. He's like, brother, I'm taking that right back. That was the table. How do you feel about that? Metal Artisan. JKR6Z. Ooh la la. I'm not going to spoil the spacebar. Fake GMK, I'm afraid. My keycaps are not organized. Excuse. Or do you mean the darling set that they were talking about? Alex, how is it going? It's going. I cannot complain. It is... Actually, we're under heat warning right now, so maybe I can complain a little bit. Yeah, it is a nice day in the basement, which I'm located in. So I'm gonna stay here for the entire day. I don't want to go anywhere else. So, how's your day going? At what temperature do you guys get a heat warning? It's 30 Celsius right now. But I think if I click this, hold on, I'll tell you guys. Let me see. So it's 31 Celsius actually right now, sorry. And it is, oh my God, I hate when the phone does this shit, dude. Hold on, I'll tell you guys. Let it refresh here. Okay, it doesn't have a feel like anything. It just says 31 Celsius. UV index of 8, and what's the humidity like today? 55% humidity. So not the most humid of days, but it is pretty hot. And I'll tell you guys right now, I am not a person who likes the heat. I don't know if you guys like it. I fucking hate the heat. I think it's terrible. I am not a heat person. 39 in Serbia. Ooh. I like the cold. The cold is more my style. Actually, another little small suggestion I will make to the team. For the aluminum plate, if it's not too much trouble, maybe we can get those in black. Very personal preference here, but also maybe a bit of a design. I don't want to say suggestion because I don't want to be that person, but like, I do feel like the a black plate would kind of make the board feel a little bit more low key, because the silver plate's popping through the switches right now, and if you plan on using something darker, it kind of takes away a little bit from the overall design. Like, I'll say this again, I always feel like silver plates and just any sort of bright colored plates make a keyboard feel a bit cheaper. Preference though, this is literally not a critical aspect of the keyboard, but I do think going with a black plate would round off the keyboard completely. Very personal preference though. What plate are we using? Aluminum. Aluminium. How do you guys feel about that? What's the orange mouse? WL Beast Mouse. It's pretty nice. I concur. Yeah, very small suggestion. I don't think it's like the end of the world type thing if it doesn't get changed, but just something I can say, that'd be nice. That'd be cool. I'm going to Singapore next week, Japan in November, in December the Malta. Oh, really? Just like a vacation you're taking, or with like some loved ones? Alu 2 Hollow, not my thing. All personal preference, brother. All personal preference. I actually love having a bit of resonance in my keyboards. I think it makes the keyboards sound better. Alright, so there is a little bit of an alignment, I wouldn't say issue, but I would like to see... And again, I also might think it's just the way that gasket's pushing up on things. I feel like the plate should be a little bit more to the... Actually, maybe it's just this area. Or maybe it's just the shadows playing tricks on me. Maybe not. Let me take a look after we're done building this. Alt. 0. Alex, I'm grilling some chicken on the BBQ. Do you want some? Sure. Do you do deliveries? Oh, shit. I'll take some though. Why not, brother? I'm trying to locate the alt, but I don't see it. But I kind of low-key want to use these instead. So I'm going to do that. There will be two other types of stone being used. One is basically like a white marble, which is the Carrara white. Then we have the blue labradorite, and then the Marciana black, which I'm not positive what that is, like stone-wise. But I think that's more of like a black-looking marble. Oh, I just put the alt right back on. I got distracted. I think this is the prettiest though. If you like this style, I think this is super unique. I need this, and then this, and now I have to find the number 8. Number 8. Alright, now we need all these guys. So, where on earth are those here? Gotta start putting things nicely away. Can you swap for a blue up arrow? Yeah. Actually, that kind of makes more sense. Man, this looks so good. I know. It's a nice project. Like, I will praise this. It is a very, very refreshing take on a keyboard project. It's so unconventional in a lot of ways, but like still conventional. I think what they did to make this work is like the perfect way to get this to work. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like putting magnets on the top frame, putting a metal basically surrounding inside the stone is such a smart idea. Silicone inserts where you can kind of pick and choose where you want things to go is so smart. Having the daughter board be still a daughter board here, like not just having a giant cutout, you know, for a USB-C is so refreshing to see on the project like this. So it is, I'd say again, there's so much to love about this, you know. Miklon round 2. Did they say they're making round 2? I mean, that'd be cool if they did. Delete. What else do I need? End and insert. Inserts. And then you know what? I'm going to put a bunch of... Actually, I don't know if we have enough of those. Oh, we do. Let's put these up here on the top right. Cool. Q4? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was confirmed or not. I heard rumblings, but I didn't want to, like, spread rumors, you know? How do you feel about this Cocoa Blacks on Keycult 65? Did I put that? I can't remember what board I put these on originally. Did I have them on that? I don't even know. Wow. What a beautiful project this is. So here is the board. This is... Actually, I think all black keycaps would have been perfect on this. But look at that. Look how, like, this blue... Like, this is not... No LEDs, no nothing. But, like, look how that just pops through. Actually, I have another really cool suggestion for the team. Although I probably still think the aluminum top is probably the best overall idea. Imagine going with a polycarbonate top. So you can just see everything inside.
Hello.
Yeah,
Does
PC top would be cool
rock?
too.
Hardy ha ha kappa.
Logan, I love you, buddy. This keyboard does rock. Literally. So pretty, man. So pretty. Insane project. I do hope they release plate files for this. Ooh. Alright, let's see what this... I can let me plug it in, make sure it all works and stuff. Didn't even check that yet. Oh, nice. It all works. Look at that. That's fat feet. Yeah, it does have some fat feet on the bottom. But you don't really notice that from the side. Alright, let's see if this has a unique sound profile to it, shall we? I mean, this is already a good sign. That's already a really good sign. Ooh, this has like a very definitive clack. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do this really early. I know, but I want to swap this for a cherry. I feel like the cherry is going to hit harder. This one's not bad. I think I'm not loving the switch choice here for the cherry or for the space bar, but let me just get a cherry switch. Let me just do it really quick. Actually, I was modding some yesterday that I want to use. Use this one here. See? All right. Oh, this is nice. Little bit of, again, I think this might be from the... This piece needs to be well thought out, or figured out a little bit here, but... I mean, this sounds really good. There's a little bit of... Okay, this is not the keyboard I'm criticizing right now, but the switch itself, the SW Cocoa Blacks, I'm hearing a little bit of like a... I hope this is just not a JWK thing. It's more apparent in this board than the first time I used it. There's a little bit of like a spring... Because this is all stock, I just put a little bit of lube, extra lube. I feel like in some of the switches I hear a bit of like a crunch. It's like extremely, extremely minimal, but... All right, this sounds really good. There is no resonance in this at all, except for the top area here, which I want to try one thing. I just want to carefully take this off. I want to try... So that's it without the top frame. So this top frame does add a bit of sound. Interesting. The top frame clamps it together and gives it quite a unique feel to it. So I want to just do a little bit of a force break in quotations to see if what I'm thinking is correct. How hard is it to build a keyboard? I'd say if you're building them with like hot swap stuff, they are extremely simple. But if you don't know where to start, I have a lot of guides on my website that you can maybe take a look at. How do I want to do this now? Maybe I'll just put it on the top frame. Maybe this will be easier to do. Yeah, let's do here. Okay, I'm just going to put like a few pieces around specifically here. And again, I would actually like to see them adopt that thing we saw on the Lotus, which is putting like force break material in the cross section of the TKL. I thought still that was like such a smart thing to do. One of the most like, why didn't I think of that moment things in a while. Cherry Alphas would go pretty nice on this, but I like the SW Cocoa Blacks in this. I think they're nice. I have no quarrels with them. Again, I just want to see if we can eliminate some... Although, again, I think this sound profile is fantastic. The team absolutely killed it with this. But I just want to experiment a little bit, which is how we learn things. Because I do think, just for, again, for some safety of the case, I think adding like a strip of, even just like a Teflon tape or something around the edges would be really, really, really smart. You know? Let's just do a few. See how it already cut some of the... Okay. I feel like this did exactly what I wanted it to do.
Two down, 100 to go.
Thank you, Above. I appreciate it, man. 100? Damn, though, bro. Appreciate that love. This sounds really good. I'm shocked. And just to show you guys, too, I'll put back the... I never even showed you guys with. Let me put those silicone... Oh, the other two right here. Just to show you guys what the spacebar sounds like with these on. Because I didn't actually show you guys this. It kind of cheapens the sound a little bit. And then feeling wise, it is way too stiff. Not a fan. I would take these off. I would say if you're picking up this board, obviously it's all preference. You don't need to install these. Just yoink them off, slap the top on. So, okay. Yeah, it opens it up a lot more. So, there's a lot to like about this. I don't think... Oh, where is it? Jeez, there we go. All right. So I think there is still, you know, some very minor areas in which this case can get even better. Again, just to go over some of those small things, I think figuring out a way to better, because there was a little bit of a, you know, a little hiccup here where it's kind of popping out a little bit on the top right side, causing the frame to not sit 100% even. That, I don't know how exactly or what's going on with that. That requires me to do a little bit more deep diving. That might be even a warped plate, but perhaps making these gaskets a smidge shallower. I don't think it needs to be done, though. I just think maybe it's the plate. I wouldn't go ahead and ruin something that's already working really well. But I do think adding a bit of a force break with some sort of Teflon tape around the edges, even in this cross section, would be extremely smart. Not only is that going to help protect you from slamming the pieces together with the magnets, which work very well, but it also, as we demonstrate, changes the sound profile in a positive way, a little bit less metallic-y noise. The case is extremely easy to assemble. Extremely. I love what they did with this. They absolutely knocked it out of the park with how a stone case gets assembled. It is a cool blend of aluminum, magnets, silicone, stone, and tech. Like, this is such a fantastic project. I love that this is also Canadian made too, because I'm from Canada, so this is cool to see a Canadian brand doing this. I would still probably just remove, honestly, the bottom mounting point here. Like, I don't think there's a complete necessity to keep it there. I would also, this is less important now, but I would also maybe change the plate to black. I think a black plate would make this look a lot more complete looking, instead of having the silver plate where it looks a little bit cheaper, because it's not a cheap looking case. Not at all. But that's a very small nitpick. I also think bringing some of the stone into the badge over here would also be an outstanding idea. I think that would be great. But the badge does look cool on its own too. I like that they added a little something there. That is cool. But wow, what an insane project this is. Again, I think this is so smart for them to do this. I want to give them credit here because this, I've seen stone cases in the past. Let me get like a little pointer stick thing to show you guys. Fuck it, I'll use this lube pen. This. The fact that they put a piece of aluminum here and did a proper cutout for a daughter board is a lot. I think that's a really smart move. Mainly because I've seen on stone cases where they just do a huge cutout and then they just do a PCB with a fixed USB-C, and it really makes the case look just like any other drop-in case. This feels like a complete project because of that. There you can see also that small little gap I was telling you guys about, caused by the gasket pushing up too far. But wow, what a crazy good idea this is. And then just look at that stone too. It is so pretty. But very, very smart design choices here. And again, I'll gush about this too. The fact that they added a little lip so you can easily take off the frame. Very smart. Extremely easy makes it extremely easy to disassemble. I love the internal metal frame here as well. Stunning. Great idea. Really great idea. Came with foam, which I'm not going to bother using because I think this sounds phenomenal with no stone. Definitely, I would push them to release the plate files if they're already not planning on doing that. 100% bring out some plate files for people, which shouldn't be too hard, and that would make a lot of sense for this project. It uses, again, the Bastion PCB, so you don't have to worry about maybe a PCB dying because Cannon Keys should keep those in stock for a long time. I'm sure you can just use any PCB that would support the daughter board that Cannon Keys has there. I am also shocked that this is not sounding like a very resonant piece of a resonant tool, I should say. Dude, again, this is no LEDs. That is just how bright this stone can get. Imagine getting a piece that has like this bright blue sitting across. That'd be insane. That would be crazy. Yeah, and then honestly, I would also push the team to maybe explore some different top choices. Like a polycarbonate would be really cool for this. You know? Let me see if I can get a rough price point for you guys. Oh, I need to plug in the keyboard. God, I cannot type right now. Rough price point. This will be available on the Canadian website. Yeah, just like the other one. So the website that's in the build command for Twitch users. Hi Squirrel, how you doing? The V1 was $389, correct? I would probably assume this is going to be in and around maybe a little bit more, just because this does have more stuff in it versus the V1. I can't wait to have this next to the marble one. No, as far as I know, no EU vendors. But yeah, KB, that'll be cool. I'm asking right now. They're responding, so they'll give me a rough price, hopefully. Honestly, I wouldn't even be shocked if this is something like $500 at this point here. I would not be shocked. Like 500 US. I feel like 400 for something like this with stone like this too would be kind of crazy. Honestly, kind of crazy for today's stuff for keyboards, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I would say 450 to 500 would be pretty fair. I also agree with that. Maybe there'll be different versions, like maybe the Labrador or whatever. Oh, jeez, I cannot talk right now. Maybe that'll be more expensive. We're still working on the details, but it should roughly be priced around 400 USD. Is it wrong that I think that's like a steal? That's a great price? Yeah. And again, I will say this. I feel like talking to them over the last like few months of just getting to know the team and just getting to know like the story of this board and even the V1. That's crazy. I believe that's without a PCB, by the way. I'm pretty positive, but let me just confirm. Because then it'll be 450-ish. I'll ask right now. I'll ask. Because I don't think the V1 had a PCB. Sorry if I missed. Their website will be the Canadian vendor? Yeah. They're from Canada. Yeah, it's without the PCB. So it'll be 450. I mean, the Bastion's what, $50 for the Bastion? 450 for the whole thing. So V1 under 400, V2 under 400, well, about 400, but you still have to buy your own PCB because it's using a universal PCB. But who knows? Maybe you already have a Bastion PCB and this makes it even more of a cop. But again, so I mean, that would make the project about 450, which is about exactly what I was hoping it would be. Same price as V1, which is wild. Yeah. I feel like compared to what I've seen in the V1 KB, I feel like this is a more complete project at this point. Like this feels a lot more of a complete unit, which also, on another note, makes me really happy to see something like this get iterated on and become better. Like, that's awesome, right? I love the fact that that's happening. This is so pretty, dude. So nice.
Hello, Alex and chat.
Crazy. Hi, how you doing, Bear? Damn. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm extremely happy with this. This is like, half of it, man. This is one of the boards I've done in a long time that's just been like wowing me. This is a crazy nice project. Where's my switching scenes? Here it is. They did an excellent job with this. Manta was supposed to be my last board. This is so unique. There's also something I can't properly show you guys on stream too. It's just the depth of the stone and how like the stone has different things in it. I don't think my camera can even really translate that well. But it is just so crazy just looking at this thing. Like even just from this point of view, it is so crazy. Like, you almost get lost in looking in this. See it to believe it? Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to know stuff like front height, I don't think it's on their website, but let me go grab all my tools and stuff too. This looks pretty low, so I wouldn't go on a... It wouldn't be too crazy if this was something like 18. Let me see, where's all my tools now? Where's my calipers? Calipers? Excuse me, where are you? Oh. Can I move those somewhere? I can measure this the old school way with a measuring tape, but did I give my calipers? It's not in my tool case. And they're always in my tool case. Alright, well, I'm not going to sit around and wait too long to find them, so let's just grab a measuring tape and just measure it. I have a little measuring tape, so I won't spend too much time looking for it, although I don't know where the hell I put the calipers. I hate when this kind of shit happens. It's on me. I'm disorganized at the end of the day. Dual lick test? I bet a Jade version would sell like crazy in Asia. Oh, dude, I'd buy a Jade version. A Jade version sounds insane. That would be crazy, dude. Hold on, I really want to find my calipers. Did I put them at the bottom of this box? No. Where the hell did I put my calipers? I have no clue, guys. Sounds crazy expensive. Would Jade be crazy expensive? I actually don't really know the price of Jade. Is Jade a really expensive stone? Alright, well, I don't know where I put it. And that's okay. Maybe today my calipers are not here. Actually, the calipers were in the same bag as this, so that's kind of weird that this is not in the same bag. ANSI only, but the solder PCB that you would probably buy ends up being ISO compatible. Alright, so if you're counting this top frame piece, which you probably should, it's about 20 millimeters. Which is fine. And if you don't count this, which maybe some people wouldn't count this lip on the middle, it is about 18. So not bad. Although it doesn't really feel like 20. That's strange. It feels lower. Sports sounds fucking nuts. I love this thing. This is great. Crazy. This is a crazy looking key. All right. This is super creative. I love this. All right though, guys. What a day. What a cool keyboard. I hope this ended up being a cool showcase of it. Like I said, I do hope some of the suggestions I have, now that I've actually seen the board in person, get translated to the final unit. I think the most important one being, I would like to see those Teflon tape or just some sort of force break material being put on the top piece. I feel like that would make this board absolutely stunning. Oh yeah, I can show KB's pictures too. Here, I'll show you guys KB's V1. Open link. I'm just gonna put these in my, one second, let me open them all up so I don't have to share Discord, because that means I have to find it. Open link. I like how KB also put the ceramic keycaps on this. I think that makes it look even cooler. But here, I will show you guys KB's. This is KB's V1 unit, in case you guys were curious, which looks super clean as well. So design-wise, it's kind of the same thing, but the internal structuring has been, I'd say, more well devised. I don't know if it just works with the Bastion. I'm assuming the daughter board is kind of unique to the Bastion, but I'm sure you can just use whatever. The white's cool too. All right, guys. That's pretty much the stream. Love this thing. This turned out great. Hats off to Osidian here. I think they made a real winner. They should really be proud of what they've done here. Hydrate, I got you. And if it's something stupid, I swear to God. Let's see, what did Anit say? Can you do weathering test and leave this... Oh my God. Can you do a weathering test and leave this board underwater for 100 million years to see how it deteriorates? All right, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I think we're streaming tomorrow. Pretty positive. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and oh yeah, actually, KB, show it to me. Keck, wait. Show it to me for sure. Let's see. Did you already take a pic? I'll show everyone the inside. I've seen the inside, but I don't think I have a photo of the inside. Sorry, Anit. You just got effed up. Oh yeah, I like what they did with the mounting points more on this. So open link, here we go. Here's the inside of the V1, which isn't quite as nice. Where the fuck is my share screen button? Here it is. Oh no, I have to do this one, that's where it is. That's the V1 internals. So we can kind of see that there's still the gasket system here. There's more points under the spacebar, which I think is a bad idea. And then also not quite as nice. And there's also side ones, which this can be way too much. So they did a really good job with the V2 here. Very, very good job. Sick board. Very sick board. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's see who's online. Let's see who might be streaming. I'm sure no one's doing keyboards this time of day. Oh, there is someone maybe doing keyboards. Maybe? There's not. All right. Let's just go raid the ducks. Oh no, Mango. What the fuck? Mango's right here. Let's go raid Mango. You guys have a good day. I love... This is not the board that's plugged in. You guys have a good day. I always appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope this was a fun little project. If you guys want to see more of the project, just type in build command. It's Osidian's website. See ya. Love you and talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. And stay cool today if you guys are in Toronto or anywhere hot. Stay cool. Hydrate, please. Bye, everyone.